Right, hello everyone. Sorry about the little pause until I got with you then. We are here for ARC's Tier 4 Realistic Tier on a Thursday night, 8 PM. We are on round 8, Monza. So, as we know, Monza is always a great race. It's going to be a brilliant one. I am positive. So, looking forward to this. Have been all week really. So, fortunately, I'm not going to get to race it on Saturday night in Tier 1 because I'm otherwise engaged. But cause it's definitely a track I always look forward to. In a way, it's going to be a good race. I'm positive of it. We have a full grid, which is even better. I think that probably shows how good of a race it normally is as well. The fact that we got full 20 so easily, and I probably could have drafted into a 3 more reserves quite easily as well. So really pleased with that. Well done, Tier 4. I think you're showing the rest of the league how to do it at the moment, to be quite honest with you. So well done to all of you. Wow, viewers out there already. Thanks for joining, everyone. Yeah, no crashing stage over. So, thank God it's dry, says Brian. I think you're pretty unlucky to get wet in Italy, aren't you? I have had it before, so yeah, it does happen, but tends to be a dry. So just a reminder, we're full qualifying, followed by fifths. So we're here for a while, but say it should be a good one. Don't really need tyres or anything because it's Collie 1. There's a Haas out first, getting some TV time, get the extra bucks in. And it is the boss man, Arc Reaper, who opened the lobby at 7:30 tonight. He just could not wait to jump in that Haas tonight. That's how much he loves it. Sunny days, peeps, says Joe. Hi, Useless. Expecting good things from you today, stepping into your teammate's shoes. And who do we get to cover you? I've forgotten. Oh, it's Alex F1, wasn't it? Who I am reliably insured. Just so you guys out there know, Alex F1 is making his debut with us tonight. But I am reliably insured that he's a very good driver. So, expecting good things from him. Obviously, in a Williams, top 10's fantastic in a Williams. It all depends on how many finish, doesn't it? So. We'll have to see. Well, I will catch you up on the standings at some points. Oh, Useless is out. Useless, what have you done? Where are you? You're down there. You've lost it on a second chicane, haven't you? Well, that was short-lived, buddy. Let's go back to Reaper because he started his lap. Oh dear. So, Useless will be starting from the back, almost certainly. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. I think that's someone that's someone getting out of the other Haas's way by the looks of it. As that is the only time you'll see a Haas purple. It's Reaper out on track first. Purple's the first sector, of course. Comes into Lesmos 1 and 2. Let's get on to all about the exit here. Must get a good exit to climb all the way up the hill into Ascari. That's where lap time's gained at Monza. It's all about the exits of the corners on every single corner. So what did I do then? I accidentally hit the button, I think. Let's go back to Reaper. And Ghosts is out. Shortly from Ghosts as well. And from what I'm trying to have a look, I think. No, I can't see where he is actually. I think it might be at Lesmos. I think it's at Lesmos 1. The usual thing there. Well, actually, you can hit either curve, either the entrance or the exit, without straightening the wheel enough. Will both take you out. So Reaper cross line on a 23.6. That's not a bad start for the Haas. English is out. What's going on? They're dropping like flies. Where's English dropped it? He's dropped it at Scari. Look, there's an Alpha Tauri just coming up to there, if I can find them. It's Ghost Rider. Let's ride on board, see if we can spot English's destroyed car. I couldn't. I got removed, I think, just before we got there. Damn it. So we've lost 3 drivers, which means they will all be eliminated in Q1. Now, Ghost and certainly English are 2 drivers you'd normally expect to see high up the grid, so it's a bit of a shock, but it gives chances to others, as Alex does a 22.2, Ghost Rider does a 22.7, Gaz has gone quickest at the moment, 21.9 in the Ferrari. Sorry, he's not in the Ferrari, that's a McLaren, it's orange. Can's gone 25.5 in the Ferrari, there was a confusion. Look. Let's go with Grandad then in the Merc. The sword, it's not always invalidated. Oh, Grandad. Samuel in the Alpine this week. So another little reminder for you also, this is the last race in these cars for these guys. Next week they will change again for the final 2 races. So we do only have 3 races, unlike the rest of the league, which is doing 2 extra races at Portugal and Brazil. In Tier 4 we're not. So Samuel goes 3rd, 22.2. We had to cancel a race earlier in the season at America. Brian's gone fastest, 20.7, and we will be doing the American race. Uncanny Ant is round and into the gravel at the first chicane. You're supposed to drive round them, Uncanny Ant. Drive round them, mate. It's like a little slalom. It's fun. Just drive through them. All right then. Fine. Anybody else look like they're doing a extra lap? I don't think Reaper is. 6 temps down, Gaza. Wasn't a great exit from Lesmos 2, which makes me think he's probably not going again. Brian. If you wanted a little punt on who would take pole tonight, Brian is probably your best bet. Zico might be in with a chance in a McLaren, as Gaza always is as well. But Brian, with the Red Bull power underneath him, is without doubt the favourite. As English leaves the session, what's going on with English now? Let's see if I can find out. Don't know if English is on the chat at all. My phone continues to go nuts like it has all day. English says the Alpine is so rubbish. I would have preferred Williams. There's nothing wrong with the Alpine, mate. It's the car I drive in, the realistic league I drive in. And I'm doing perfectly well. I was 4th in the championship before Monaco week when I crashed. Then I got a good result last night. Was 6th, but I've just found out from a ticket that I'm being promoted to 5th. And Zandvoort, so take that every day of the week in an Alpine. Fuggish into the pits. Fuggish racing for the first time in Tier 4 tonight. Has been in Tier 4 since the start of the season. But I won't go into any details, but just for various reasons hasn't been able to drive until tonight. But he is with us now. The partner's Can, who's been doing a fantastic job in his acts in Fuggish absence. So as Zico goes P2 then on a 20.9, so we may have a bit of competition for Brian, but I know for a fact that Brian's got a lot of time left in that lap yet. Although I did see something about he changed his setup just before qualifying for something. I don't know why you do that. Runner then coming through Parabolica. His 3 temps quicker is up to P10. Obviously with the 3 retirements, we can only lose 2 more drivers from the first session. 5 get eliminated in Q1, so gives a lot of drivers that may not expect to get through Q1 a real chance, particularly the 2 Haas, of course. Reaper are doing nicely at the moment, up in P9 in the Haas. Runner and Job at the moment, doing well enough to get through. Dawn Fury on the lap then in the other Red Bull. Was a strong teammate to Brian last week around Singapore. I think he had an issue that something happened with him later on. He's purple Q1 by sector 1 by the way. So, yeah, he had a little issue later on. I think he had a spin or something, or a bit of damage that made him fall down. So I think he finished about 6th in the end, but was in the top 3 for the most of the race. So just catches the curb slightly on the exit of Scari, which creates a bit of overspin on the car, oversteering. Down to Parabolica. To keep it tight into the curb without touching it there, and as much power as possible, as early as possible. Comes across the line, goes P6 for the moment, but of course the goal of this session is just to get through. Don't need to do any more than that. Mario's gone P14 on 25.6 at the moment. Looked like Can just had a little bit of a trip across the grass, although you can see a car ahead of him, so it might be that he was getting out of the way of Red Bull. Yes, Mario maybe going for another lap. Let's watch him up to the end of this sector. Oh, we've lost Alex! Alex is out. The yellow flag's around Ascari. It's right on board in case we can see anything. And Grandad is out, and Mario's takes off his wing. What's happening? Is that Alex there? No, that's Grandad. He's dropped it out of Ascari, so Grandad is out. Currently sitting P15. So obviously Mario's going to go into the pits. Let's see what Uncanny Ant can manage. Not set a lap as of yet. Ghost Rider's retired from the session. I think that's because he's happy he's through. So he's retired in the pits, I believe. No yellow flags, so that would suggest to be the case. Gaz has done the same. So Uncanny Ant just finds a bit of gravel on the outside of Lesmos 1. Through Lesmos 2, okay. So comes down through Ascari and just onto the way to Parabolica. He's got a Merc ahead of him that he's catching. He's obviously not on a hot lap, so just be aware that can only be Top Gotcha. He's on an out lap actually, so he'd be speeding up now. Or he'd be coming into the pits, one of them. So Uncanny Ant crosses the line. It's a 37.3, so still a lot of time to be found. Clearly wasn't as clean a lap as it seemed from where we were watching. Reaper's out there again. Not entirely sure he needs to be. Actually, let's just quickly go to... Oh no, Can is the Ferrari that's just started the lap, so... Art Fuggish is just on his way down to Parabolica, but we'll stick with the Haas because the Haas is much more likely to be fighting. No, actually, Reaper's way down. Fuggish is invalidated anyway, so let's go to Can because he's in a real fight to actually get through this session. So Mario's back on an out lap. Uncanny Ants. He's on a lap as well. I'll keep an eye on that. As Can looks like he might be going slow. See what his split time at sector 2 is. He's a 10.5 up, so he is still improving. Uncanny Ant's just going around Parabolica now. So real chance. Yeah, Uncanny Ant improves then up to P13 on a 25-1. So, Can is coming round now. He goes 25-4, which improves him to 16th. He's still not through. He needs... I'm trying to work out what he needs, actually. Because Uncanny Ant's through on a 25-1. So actually, I think he needs to, that's who he needs to beat. He needs to beat Uncanny Ant. Let's go to Uncanny Ant. He's 3.5 temps down in the first sector. 3.5 minutes left. Probably not enough time for Uncanny Ant or Can to pit, so... Mario, of course. We're going to be short this wings in Quali 2. Yeah, Uncanny Ant not really doing a proper lap, nor is Can. They may both be doing cooldown laps. If that is the case for Can, if he's not intending to pit, he needs to turn his energy off because it's wasting it at the moment. Mario has invalidated. Sam has invalidated. Job. Did a 24-0. Yeah, he's just improved his times to 24-0, which puts him P12, or keeps him P12, but improvement. I'm not too sure why the Red Bulls are out again, unless it's just a bit of practice. Job didn't look too bad through Lesmos 2 there. Yeah, he's seven temps up as he goes into Ascari, so the exit looked okay there. It's a little bit untidy in the middle part of Ascari, but it was okay on the exit, which is the most important part. So heads down to Parabolica. Uses most of the track. Get to the right to make it the shortest distance. Improves by 4 attempts. Goes ahead of his teammate into P11. But I think that now means that he is safe. Can is round and in a wall and out. He's lost it in Lesmos 1. He dropped. He was in 16th in a way, but that cements that he's out. We're going to have a really short Q2 at this rate. Let's go to Mario, who, for unknown reasons, is out on the mediums in Q1. Samuel. You can't say Samuel wasn't out of... Ooh, Mario! He's out as well! Oh, wow. Samuel was out the way there. He was off track, so he has to be out the way, but I think it may have just... caught Mario's eye a little bit as to where he was, which put him right off. But have we got enough cars to do a Q2? I've lost count now. So Job's on a slow lap. Well, in a way, everybody's through. Apart from those that are retired, basically. Brian's crashed. Brian... I think Brian had come out to do a bit of practice, but he's dropped down to P12, which means he has crashed on track. Just like Zico just did as well, which promotes Brian to 11th. What is going on? Well, Reaper and Uncanny Ant in the Haas, you guys just keep this up, because if they keep dropping like this, you might find yourselves on pole. You might lock out the front row at this rate. So, Don Fury's risking the other Red Bull to do another lap. Has anyone told some of these guys that it is full quali? My graphic shows that he's purpled sector 2. It is just Dawn Fury then to cross the line, and that will be the end of Q1. Dawn Fury crosses the line. I didn't see the exact time. I saw it was 1:21 something. I don't know if I got enough drivers. I don't think I have. I haven't got enough drivers for Q2. Oh, well, this is... surely this has never happened before anywhere. Gaza, Dawn Fury, Samuel, Fuggish, Jon Snow, Ghost Rider, Top Gotcha, Arc Reaper, Job, Arc Runner are all through. Everyone else is out. Brian, Zico, Alex, Grandad, Uncanny Ant, Can, Mario, Useless, Ghosts, and English all retired. On track. Sorry, I shouldn't find this funny, but it is quite funny. There's the instance, just in case we need them. But congratulations to the top 10 that go through to compete in a complete and utter useless qualifying 2 now. This is hilarious. I've never seen that before, ever. Well, we got a 15-minute qualifying 2. Technically, if you want, guys, you could all retire, save your tyres, and get straight to Q3. But it depends if you want any practice or not, which I would completely understand if you do. Gaza does, he's straight out. As does is that Reaper, I assume. Yep, in the Haas. So Reaper out on track first again. Let's give him the television coverage. Get that team some money. So, well, I'll tell you what, we're waiting for these guys to start a lap and that. Not there's much point in it, but okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to... just every time I try and do it, something else pops up and I get a message. Right, so in the drivers at the moment, we've got... Arc Runner is leading the way on 164 in the Alpha. He is one of the ones still on track, so he's the danger man, really, for everybody else right now. Gaza as well is in P2 on 144, and in a McLaren will have, especially having seen Brian and Zico drop out, he will be having very high hopes for this race now. Reaper is currently in P3 on 129. Reaper in a Haas today, but into Q3 guaranteed, as long as he doesn't bin it. Then we got Jon Snow is P4 on 125, Hodder 123 who's not with us tonight. Then we got Brian on 121, who I know still has hopes of winning the championship. He will be, after today's race, he'll be going into one of the slowest cars for the last 2, so it's a really hard task for him. Let's have a quick look at the constructors, because that's still very much on the table as well. So Race Ventura are currently first. Race Ventura is runner, and tonight Job is reserving, so they lead the constructors by 60 points over Benetton, who is Gaza, and his teammate, so tonight Zico. Springer's racing, so that's Brian's team. So that is Brian and Dawn Fury now in P3 on 211, and then the Pokemums in 4th on 200, which is Mario and Jon Snow. So all to play for still in that. Let's just close that down now because it was going nuts. Get the details back up. Sorry, so Ghost Rider did a 24.2. Or it's just done that. Reaper managed to 24.4. Obviously, the times here aren't important. Reaper has set his time on mediums. He can slowly drive around to the pits now, retire. I think that's what I just saw. I noticed somebody, was it English maybe, in the chat, just quickly said that people are smart. They may just quickly set a lap on mediums and then retire in the pits. So Alex saying he's in the mud. Don't say you're in the mud, mate. You just had a moment like 9 other drivers did. That's all. So, sorry, let's get on to a driver that's actually doing a lap as Jon Snow's round. Don't hit a wall, John. Don't hit a wall. There's an Alfa Romeo coming round as well. Don't hit him. Where's he going? He's taking a long... That's a huge circle he's just drawn. I thought he was going to drive into a wall for a second then. So John hasn't actually invalidated, so he can just set his time and then retire in the pits in a way. It doesn't matter. Maybe done a bit of damage there to the tyres out on the gravel, which you would have preferred not to do. I just wonder if somebody might think, well, hang on, everybody's going to do the medium thing, so why don't I do the other? I raced Monza a couple of weeks back on a what night was it? Tuesday night. Came third, but the little trick around here was to start on softs and actually push them out really far. You can go a long way. I think I did about 15 laps on the softs. So watch Jon Snow's been as careful as he possibly can. Sets a time of 2 minutes 17.1, which will be good enough for Q3. Fury goes fastest on 22.7. Joe then is coming through Parabolica now. Ghost Rider has retired out to try and move on a bit. Joe cross line goes P7 on a 25.0. Really has opened up the opportunity for someone who may not normally be challenging for a pole position to have a go. I think Gaz is going to be in with a shout. Dawn Fury's got the Red Bull, so I'm sure he's going to be in with a shout. Thuggish in a Ferrari must have a shout as well. Truth is, they've all got a shout because they're all here. He gets out of the way there nicely, useless, so didn't really even need to do that. Samuel's starting his lap, so he's going with the softs, he's going with the ultimate. Just to have a look at the tyres, shall we see if anybody else did that. Gaza did, I hadn't noticed that, so Gaza has literally crawled round a lap, doing 149.7 on a set of softs to take as little out of them as possible. I think that might be clever. Samuel's going to look to do the same. Careful on that curve. So touch. Luggish retires. That's in the pits. So we've got an Alpha going slow up ahead, which I think must be Job. Yeah, well off track, nowhere near getting in the way, so nicely done. The Sam will come around. The only thing Sam's not doing here, I don't think he's on an all-out, flat-out hot lap here, but he's not doing the slow lap that Gaza did. To take as little as possible out the softs. So Samuel 22.3 goes provisional, well, goes fastest of the session. Of course that means nothing. It's just about getting through. Like Reaper. I'm a little unsure what Reaper's doing. He's doing multiple laps on the mediums, even though they're guaranteed to be through. Surely that means it's going to have to pit and come back out on a set of softs. He's going to pit, but surely you don't want to be starting the race on 4-lap hole mediums now. Surely he's going to have to go the opposite direction with this. It's the same for Top Gotcha, who's done 2 laps on his mediums. Job's done 2 laps on his mediums. That's not the ideal scenario when you don't even have to set a time to get through. Seems a bit strange. Oh, you're on mediums, are you, Gaza? Oh, is it switched you to softs in the garage? Is that why it's showing me softs, I guess? Before you retired out, so... Okay. I won't know, yeah, I guess I won't know till the, Well, I know that Sam's definitely on softs because he's just set a lap on them. And it's the fastest lap, so... So, Sam into the pits. So, I don't think this is the end of qualifying 2 because... Say, I'm expecting to see Reaper back out. Yeah, I think that was him. I think he's on his way down the pit lane now. So Reaper's put on a set of softs, so you might wanna... Oh, right, okay. As long as it starts you on the correct tyres, that's fine. I'm sure it will. Yeah, I think it's a good shout, Brian, for these guys switching to softs. Because the whole of the top 10 go the opposite. Try something opposite to everybody else. Especially being in a Haas. Give Reaper a bit more of a chance of keeping up with the faster cars in the early part. Obviously he's going to get absolutely... Well, you'd... I don't like to say this, but you'd think he would get absolutely destroyed in the... when everybody else switches to softs later in the race, but you never know. You might have a big gap by then. I mean, 10 people hitting the wall in Q1 doesn't bode too well for us getting through the race without losing people, so... but, I still say I've never seen that before. Don't know if any of you guys have, but, usually see 2 or 3 maybe, but, I've never seen a full 10 making Q2 completely redundant. So, this is now Reaper's actual hot lap. Stick the lap delta on, see if he is actually pushing. Well, I suppose he's got to push, hasn't he? Because he's got to go faster than he did on the mediums, so he doesn't have a choice, he's got to. Yeah. 1 corner at a time, Brian. Especially the first corner in this track, you know what it's like. Trying to get around that chicane. The first 2 chicanes if you level with someone coming out of the first. Do fine. Monza, you do find it takes a good 2-3 laps to just settle down a bit. It can be a bit manic to start with. Oh, and who's... I don't know. Oh, Reaper's invalidated. Oops. Yeah, I don't know who actually designed the track, but whoever's idea it was to stick one of the tightest chicanes of the season for the first corner was having a right laugh at everyone else, wouldn't they? So Reaper's still out. What does he do now then? Does he now think, no, actually I'll stick with the salt immediate? I don't know. He's done, what, 2/3 of the lap before invalidating, so he's probably taken a bit out of them already. And then he's going to do the same here, trying to do another lap. He's got to, well, he's just got to choose, hasn't he? Do I just stick with my mediums, or do I stick with a soft strategy? Looks like he's still going for it. My graphic showed that he purpled set to 1. I'm not sure how much I trust that graphic all the time. Not just because Reaper just purpled it, but it seems to always come up purple on the track map. That's the end of sector 2 now. You can see he's just short of 7 tenths up on his PB. Which is on target to move up to 5th. But more importantly, of course, on target to get himself starting on the softs over the mediums. So here he comes across the line, and he improves by a second in the end, moving up into P4 ahead of Top Gotcha. So a nice lap Reaper, and he will then start on the soft tyres. I think Reaper usually listens to the stream. If you are listening, Reaper, you could just retire, mate, rather than driving around if you want. Nobody else, everybody else is already retired, so if you wanted to do that, I don't think anybody's going to moan if it saves a bit of time. Oh, definitely don't launch it. And there he is, he's retired, he must be listening. There we go. An ice bucket. Do the ice bucket challenge, Brian, if he gets pole. So Brian is saying is if Reaper gets pole, I'll pour a bucket of water over my head tomorrow. It's got to be filmed, and it's got to be the ice bucket challenge. Bring it back. So, okay, Gaza, my graphic then, if you can see it on the screen, is showing you as soft tyres. So, in a way, well, the order is Samuel, Dawn Fury, Art Fuggish, Art Reaper, Top Gotcha, Ghost Rider, Arc Runner, Joe, Gaza, Jon Snow. According to my graphic, Samuel, Reaper, and Gaza are starting on the soft tyres. Gaza says he did his lap on the mediums, but that's not what's come up. In a way, but we know that Samuel and Reaper are definitely starting on the softs. Everybody else starting on the mediums. I'm not sure about Gaza. I don't know what's going on there. Let's go into the race director. Now, the race director clearly shows that Gaza used a set of softs. So, a bit different. Only the 3 instants there, which were all invalidated lap times, so I don't think the steward's going to be that interested in that. So that's the end of Q2, so we can get on to the more exciting bit now for the pole position shootout. Look at the Discord, mate. I can't see it. I closed it. Here we go, I got it opening now. Ah, isn't that interesting? Okay, guys, I see it. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what you actually start on then. I believe we've probably got someone spinning. Who's the culprit, guys? Who's not pressing A? Full wets, yeah, probably. Oh, I wonder if that's true, Gaza. You're outside the 107%. I don't know why that would make him change the softs, actually, to be fair, Brian, but... And that been scrapped, in a way, the 107% rule. They scrapped it a couple of years ago, didn't they? Right then, Reaper. It's your job then, man. You need to take pole position in Q3 to get Brian to do a nice bucket challenge and film it. So no pressure, buddy. I've just been told, right, it's Can and Alex, guys. Could you please press A? It's holding everybody up. Jon Snow, I've seen a message saying that he's been kicked out. Has he got back in? He just... Yeah, again. Great. Right, Gaz on his way out. Look at that, Haas, straight out. Get more of that television money. He's not hanging about. So, that data enabled, telemetry enabled. We don't need tyres for Q3, so Reaper on his outlap, Gaz on his outlap, and I think Samuel as well is the other one that's started his outlap. So, the bet is on in a way. Can Reaper take pole position in a Haas and make Brian do the ice bucket challenge and film it for everybody to see? Job saying good luck everyone left in the top 10. Good sportsmanship, thank you Joe. Reaver says he's going to give it his best. So, again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I see the viewers are creeping up all the time. So, thanks very much for tuning in, guys. I'm really looking forward to this race. It's going to be fantastic, especially now we've got a bit of an upside-down grid as well. Not completely upside down, but we've got some fast people that are going to have to come from further down the field. In their respective cars. Definitely makes it interesting for us viewers. As we see then, Reaper on his lap. Gaza behind him. So, what do we think Reaper probably needs to get pole position? I think he'd probably have to get into the 120s at least. I don't think we're likely to see a 119 tonight in realistic performance. It's we don't see him that often in equal, to be fair, but realistic, it's a lot less likely. So I think a mid 120 might take pole. Coming across the line now, and it's a 23-1 to get us started. Then Gaza straight away goes quicker on a 121.9. Samuel does a 22 flat. John isn't quite next. We've got Ghost Rider next, followed by John. So Ghost Rider crosses on a 22.1. John did 21.7 and goes fastest. 21.6 for Fuggish in the Ferrari. Could we have a Ferrari on pole in Monza in Italy? Spark Runner is on his way down to Parabolica with his teammate ahead, so he's getting a nice tow, both on hot laps. It looks like they're working as a team. It's a good track to get a tow along. So Joe goes 23.2, Runner goes 23.4, so the tow didn't help in the end. But that shows how closely we're on track to start the lap. I've had so many people offer to give me a tow in quali before, but I always say no, I don't like it. I find the other car puts me off more than it hinders me more than helps me. So I never go for that. But each to their own, of course. Any signs that anybody might be trying a second run? Not at the moment. So we've got Dawn Fury and Top Gotcha on outlaps. So Top Gotcha is just starting his flying lap now. Brian says he's changing the bet to top 3. Well, I think that is very nice of you. So, Reaper, top 3, buddy. Which at the moment is a 21.9 you need to beat. So I reckon you got a chance of that if you do an absolute flawless lap. It is a horrible... I mean, it's out of all the tracks of the season, this has got to be right up there as possibly the worst for the Haas, if I'm honest. It's you've got to give it your all, but it's just the fact that somebody, you know, whoever created or designed the Haas car, designed one of the worst F1 cars probably ever. Only for the Haas guys to decide to take the Ferrari engine, which was one of the worst engines ever last season. Obviously it's amazing this season, but it was terrible last season. Their luck couldn't get any worse. Felt sorry for those boys last year. Well, I did Mick in a way. I couldn't really care about Nikita. He was not good enough for Formula 1 in a way. Top Gotcha then comes up across the line. He's a bit slow on a 29.1. He's went a lot faster than that earlier on, so perhaps a mistake there. Let's see what Dawn Fury can do in the other Red Bull. Actually, he's become the #1 driver in that Red Bull today. Heads down to Parabolica. Tries to keep it close to the inside. Gets on the power. Still a lot of curve, a lot of track he could still use there, which shows he could get on the power a bit earlier. But it's a 22 flat, which puts him just behind Samuel at the moment in P5. We saw there just on Parabolica, he's got more in the laps, so we'll see how he does. Just go to Ghost Rider. He's actually on his second run now. So he was 600th down in the first sector, which is nothing. He's nice through Lesmos. Ascari, I think he's going to be up this sector. No, it's still down, but only 14 thousandths of a second. And he invalidates in the entrance to Ascari. Did Top Gotcha go again? Just see if he crosses the line or pits. So he crosses the line, goes 2.7 seconds quicker, stays P10, but is a lot closer to who's ahead of him at the moment. So much improved. What about Dawn Fury? Let's see if he went again. After this, the next car on track is an Aston Martin. That must be Jon Snow, though, who's on an outlap, so shouldn't worry about that. We also look at people that are on their hot laps. Going through Lesmos at the moment, there's 3 cars really tight to each other. Looks like an Alfa Romeo, I think, just got out of the way. So Dawn Fury has gone provisional pole with a 21.2. Gaza is slightly down on the first sector, but is slightly up on the second. And he's going to get a tow from Samuel all the way down the straight. He was half a tenth up, which was putting him on the 21.8. I don't think a tow's going to make up 6 tenths for pole, but it's going to help to displace others. So he goes almost 4 tenths quicker and takes P2 for the moment. Jon Snow is around and off track at the second chicane. Samuel did manage 3 tenths quicker, by the way, and he's going around the slalom. See, that's how you do it. Who was it earlier on? Was it Uncanny Ant, wasn't it? You don't just drive through him, you try and go around him at least, like Sam just did. Reaper is back out. Here's the big one then. Here's the big one. Come on, Reaper. You only need 1.3 tenths, basically. That's all you need, buddy. You've got that up your sleeve, easy. Sector, he's already found half a tenth in the first sector, which is a short sector. So, they're all short sectors, really, actually, around here. Yellow flags, that is around here at Lesmos. That's just, is it somebody? Samuel has crashed. The Alpine, hopefully that didn't hinder Reaper's lap. Where is he? at the end of sector 2 as he climbs the hill to Ascari. He's actually 3 thousandths down, so maybe Samuel's car did put him off a bit. Runs out wide of Ascari, but it's within the limits quite easily. He's still going for it. His energy is dropping, so he must still be going for it. He's not going to have time to get round again. He may just have to go straight onto another lap. So it's a 22.9. Doesn't quite improve. Slightly slower. So the two Alfa Romeos again next to each other. This time Job, I think, has started a lap but not very well, so he's let Arc Runner through. Who is half a tenth down for a sector. So we've got Brian. He found a bit of gravel there, so he may struggle to improve. He may opt to back out of this. Doesn't look like he's using. He is using energy. It doesn't seem to be using it very much though for a straight. He's a tenth and a half down. I suggest now he's got to back out of this and go again. He should. He's got 21 seconds from here to reach the line. So perhaps he doesn't want to back out of it too much, but he should reach the line. Who else? We've got Fuggish is on track. Is he on a lap? Just coming up to... No, he's not, because it's already a minute and he's not hit the end of sector 2 yet, so that's the end of Fuggish qualifying. It looks like it could be a Red Bull pole position in a way. Reaper's not improving. Arc Runner did cross the line, but is going slow. Perhaps doesn't have the fuel to complete another lap in a way, maybe. Not entirely sure. Reaper's going to cross the line. I think that's it. I think Job didn't get across the line at the time in the other Alpha. Fuggish is into the pits. Runner is the only one still running. But he's 9.4 seconds down in the first sector. So that is the end of qualifying. So it's going to be congratulations to Red Bull in a way. It's not the Red Bull we expected. But nevertheless, Red Bull do take pole position at Monza. So it's P1 for Dawn Fury. P2 for Ferrari and Art Fuggish. I think they could have a good race. Looking at their times, they're pretty close, but they're going to be looking over their shoulders to the likes of Gaza starting right behind them, and you're going to have people coming through the field at them as well. Jon Snow starting P4 is certainly no slouch either, and Samuel P5 is the same. Ghost Rider P6 will be pretty pacey in a AlphaTauri as well. Top Gotcha P7. Reaper in P8, which again, Reaper has got into Q3. I know today was a bit different, but he's gotten into Q3 on both occasions driving the Haas, which is probably better than he normally does when he's got a top car, to be fair. Art Croner in P9, Joe P10, so the Alfa Romeo starting 9 and 10. I don't think Brian would be too unhappy at seeing, you know, after what's happened, he's going to start P11, and his closest, or his main championship rival, is the guy starting directly ahead of him. So I don't think... Obviously, it's not a dip, that's not what he wanted, but I could argue it could be worse. But obviously, every point Brian doesn't score today off the maximum means he has more work to do when he's in either the Haas or the Williams for the next two races. So he knows... Well, he knew it was a tall order anyway because he joined the league, this tier late, so he knew it was a tall order to try and win a championship. But it did start looking like he might be able to. It is going to depend a lot on today's result, no doubt about that. Just those incidents today, a few warnings. It's only speed in the pit lane. There was a terminal damage there for Samuel, but that's not anything that's going to help stewards. Okay, guys, well, that's qualifying done and dusted. I'm just looking at my phone. We will be going at 9 PM. It's 6 minutes to, so it makes sense to just make it the hour. So we'll be going at 9 PM. I will be back with you just slightly before that, so just bearing with me. Um, yeah, just bear with us while we're on a break, and we'll be back for the Italian Grand Prix, which I still think is going to be an outstanding race. So please join us. We will be back shortly. Thank you. Right, hello again everyone, and the shout out has gone to ready up and get this race underway, and again, I think this is going to be a fantastic race. I'm expecting it to be. So, 2 seconds, we've got the formation lap first, of course. So here we are for the formation lap. Let's just make sure everybody gets away okay. So far so good. Oh, mine's lagging a bit on my screen. Okay, so, but everybody has moved and gotten away, that's the main thing. So, this is the horrible first corner, first and second corner chicane. As I said earlier on, whoever thought it was a good idea to stick that tight a chicane as the first corner of a track, he's clearly never driven an F1 car. The position change just helps me at the start to see if anybody suddenly drops down. So, people to keep an eye on, well, in terms of championship, we need to, hey Andrews, thanks for joining buddy. We had a very strange qualifying. 10 drivers retired in qualifying 1, meaning that we started qualifying 2 with only 10 drivers. So I've never seen that happen before, and I don't think I'll ever see it again, to be honest. It's quite funny though. Anyway, yeah, people to keep an eye on in terms of championship for drivers. Arc Runner is our current leader, starting P9 on the mediums. Gaza is currently second, starting P3 in the McLaren, and the game has started him on mediums. Hey, there we go, he's got the right tyre, that's lovely. From there, Arc Reaper is currently in P3 in the championship, starting P8 in the Haas on the... I think it's starting him on... Yeah, on the softs, that's good. I thought it was just... It looked yellow to me when he went past then. But Brian is the current charger in the championship, moving up the places, and could put a late title challenge in. And he is going to start P11 on the mediums. There's Williams having a bit of fun on by itself. So, not sure who that was, to be honest. Right. Oh no, come on, Cody's winning a better view than that. So, back guys are just coming onto the grid now. Right, here we go then. So, there we go. We got 5 lights on. Sort of medium time pulls, and we are go. Dawn Fury looks like he got away pretty well. The Aston Martin has flown off the line of Jon Snow, and he is challenging Art Fuggish for a P2 into turn 1. Let's keep it clean, guys. They do quite brilliantly, actually. Maybe a tiny touch on the exit, but nothing really. Superb racing from them, but Jon Snow, brilliant start up to P2. Flory has had an outstanding start as well, already pulling 8 attempts, nearly 9 attempts out, nearly a second out now. Any big losers at the start? Cam's dropped 4, Grandad's dropped 5, but everybody's gotten away, everybody is still up to the back of the pack at least. Oh, that's going to be... I think that was Jon Snow sort of colliding a little bit with Gaza then. I think Gaza must have had a great save then. But look at Zico up 7 places, up to P5 already. Brian's made up a couple. These guys fight. Zico is looking to get past his teammate here. So Zico starting on the softs, so they are on different strategies. Sure. Gaza probably wouldn't mind actually settling in behind Zico, let him chase down the guys in front and lose to DRS off the back of him when it opens up on that free. So, Ferrari and the Aston side by side again. And this time the Ferrari comes out on top, and the Aston actually loses a place to Zico, who's now up to a podium place already. We do have a yellow flag, and we do have some pitters. Uncanny Ant, Arc Runner, English, Mario, all pitting. There's Job is off track. No, sorry, that wasn't Job. Who was that? That was Reaper. Oh, he's lost his wing, Reaper. No. So, lots going on, sort of further down the field, but at the moment, at the top, battling's been outstanding as Zico looks to go around the outside of the Ferrari on the hill up to Ascari. And Zico gets that done as well, and he's up to P2 already. The guy is flying. He's already been flying in Tier 2 these last couple of weeks. Had 2 incredible drives the last couple of weeks, but Jon Snow is out. He's lost it on the exit of Ascari. There he is. Jon Snow is out. We've got a virtual safety car. Now, I don't know if we'll see any pitters because of the virtual safety car. Alex is in, but is that for damage? He'd had a good start as well. He's pitting from, I think it was P9 he's just pitted from. Oh, P8 actually. Yeah, so it was damage unfortunately for Alex. Has brought him in. Mario picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. That's gonna really hurt his race. But this lap again, we got 4 in again. So Alex, Samuel, English, and Reaper. Sorry, not English. That position moved. I think it was Ghost Rider. Position changed just as I was going to read it then. So, in a way, let's go. There's a close one. We got Ghosts at the moment on the back of Top Gotcha. Looking to get ahead into Ascari and manages it very nicely, in fact. And is up into P6 in the Alpha, up 13 places already. As Mario drives through the pits for his drive-through penalty. We've got a yellow flag at Sector 2. These guys here. May have been Ghost Rider, I'm not sure. Oh, that's Uncanny Ant in the Haas. He's round at Lesmos 1. Let's see if we can get a decent view. Can't. It's not going to give it to us, so... Okay. Right, so we've had the position changes. Let's look at the tyres so we've got an idea of who's on what. Just looking up and down the field. Is there anything close at the moment? Can is on the back of Useless at the moment. But Useless off to a good start as well, up to P9. Brian now up to P5 and on the back of Gaza. I would like to stay with this, but unfortunately I think we need to go to Brian. Gaza and Brian just coming through Ascari now. This is that moment where you're pretty happy that Championship Rivals started a bit further down the field to you, and now it's the 4th lap and he's already on the back of you, and it's just like, oh, for goodness sake. So, let's have a look. Yeah, full grid, mate. It's, yeah, over the moon, and to be quite honest, I could have had 2 or 3. Oh, Brian, no! Oh no, the dream is dead! The dream is dead! Grandad's lost his front wing at some point as well. But the dream is dead. Brian is in the wall at Parabolica. Someone, I think Fuggish just picked up a drive-through penalty as well. Still haven't seen his car. I should change to multiple cars to see if I can see it, but... Oh, there's some wheels or something there, I think. No, it's been removed. Oh, there it was. There it is, over there. Oh, the dream's dead. might still be able to salvage a top 3 in a championship the next 2 races, which would still be some achievement considering how late he joined the season. So he had stars in his eyes. So we have a full safety car. Glad to say that everybody is on the lead lap, so we're not going to it's not going to be anybody jumping. Surely the soft tires guys will pit. They can go to the end on mediums. Zico doesn't. What about Ghosts? Fuggish pits. Maybe Fuggish saying I may as well change my tyres because I've got to drive through anyway, so I may as well change my tyres now, then take the drive through. So Ghost stays out, Can stays out, English would be the next one. He stays out as well. Reaper would be the next one. I'm really surprised not to be seeing these soft guys pit in. I've got to be honest. If you take into account the safety car is probably going to be out till lap 8. Surely changing to a set of fresh mediums, which Alex has done. He was on the hards. Could be a huge position gain. Uncanny Ant's probably going to do the same. He's on the hards as well. Mario goes past. I don't think Uncanny Ant needs to worry. Zico's behind the safety car, so let's have a look. It looks like Brian was having some issues. It was a bit freezing for him, I don't... Sorry that's happened for him, obviously, but nobody else sort of complaining at the moment. Frustration with him though. He was doing very well. He was up into... Last I saw he was up into P5 and chasing Gazza, but he was right on the back of him with the RS as well. So, we're on lap 7. The safety car has just come through Lesmos 2. But the back of the field is in the second chicane, so Mario might just get round in time. Oh, sorry, actually, no, the back mark is Uncanny Ant, so no, we'll definitely be doing another lap. Under safety car. Brian speaking Dutch in the chat. I have no idea what any of that means. I'd take a guess it's probably not happy at all, though. Right, let's have a look then. So, position changes. So at the moment, obviously Zico is just flying up 11 places. 12th on the grid to P1 already. Dawn Fury's down 1 to started pole position. Gaz is back where he started. Ghost is up 50, a brilliant 15 places up to P4. Job's up 5 and the Alfa Romeo doing a great job. Look at Useless as well, up 12 places from 18th on the grid up to 6th. Pan is up 9, also having a great race, up to 7th. Teammate running behind him at the moment, but Fuggish has a drive-through penalty. which you'll need to take in the first 3 laps after the restart. So he will almost certainly drop to the back of the field when taking that. But he's put tyres on that allow him to go to the end, so we'll have to see how he can recover. Obviously another safety car would allow him to get back up into the actual inner weight. English is up 11 places from 20th on the grid up to a 9th, also having a great start to the race. I'm still though amazed soft tyre runners haven't pitted under the safety car. So I pushed my starting set of softs out to 15 laps the other night, so they will keep going for some time, but the fact is you could have pitted under safety car and gone to the end on a set of mediums. No trouble at all. Just a little surprised at that. So when Caniant's just coming up to the back now, you could just about see the cars under the bridge and heading into Ascari. So I think the call did come out. I think I didn't see it particularly, but the safety car's driven off, which means we are going to get going again this lap. So lap 9 resumption means that we have 19 laps remaining. When will Zico go? Safety car's only just reached the pit entry, so there he goes. He's gone. Didn't really catch Don Fury. Don Fury's reacted well. Gaz's not done too well. Ghost has reacted well. So Fuggish enters the pit for his drive-through penalty and picks up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane as well. Remarkable. As the McLaren and the AlphaTauri. So that's Gaza and Ghost have headed off track at the first chicane. They drop down the field, so Gaza's down to 9th. Lost Ghost. Where's Ghost? Oh, he's 7th. He actually got back on ahead. Okay, so Samuel is in the pits. For some reason pitted at the end of the safety car period. Believe it or not, Fuggish is already called up to. Oh, and that's useless. That's a big crash. That will definitely be a safety car. That's a huge crash. It's on the lead up to Ascari. On the left hand side, that's a massive crash. Fuggish will be over the moon to see another safety car, as will Samuel. And Fuggish had already caught up enough that he could jump some places here. So Zico is in, Ghosts is in. So now then, there was no damage on Ghosts. I did notice that Gaza has gone through, so he clearly didn't have any damage. So whatever happened between those two on the first chicane, neither of them picked up damage, which is good. Oh, Fuggish pits again. Oh, of course, he picked up 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane, so he's come in to serve that. He'd be double stacking, maybe, because Cam was in as well. Some interesting tyre choices. Fuggish has gone to softs. Maybe doesn't feel there's. Maybe safety cars can become a bit sort of. Once one happens, they can. You know, the drivers don't get into a rhythm as such, and mistakes happen. You can end up getting a few. So maybe Fuggish gambling on the idea that there will definitely be another safety car. You never know with a track like Monza. It's not really a track for lots of safety cars. You normally see 1, maybe 2. And this is our second. English is having just been told. I can't see him at the moment. too far back. Can't see from there. Top Gotcha enters the pits. So now that's all the soft tyre guys making their moves. This is where starting on the mediums now sort of maybe feels like it maybe wasn't the greatest choice in the world. These two safety cars have been perfectly poised for, perfectly timed for soft runners at the start. Well, so the pack is called up. We should be going again. Lap 12 means 16 laps remaining. Zico then is out in P9 after his stop on some mediums. You've got to say he's looking pretty tasty. Very, very quick so far. Ghost is pitted behind him. Just wonder if that safety car may have nullified the strategies of the people that started on the mediums, or switched to them very early. Still good with obviously the guys that switched to him in the first safety car. Storm Fury goes. Gaza reacts to that. Job finds himself on P3 now, look. Maybe coming under attack from Ghost Rider. Let's move to the broadcast cam. Job missed his braking but did very, very well to avoid the back of Gaza there. He's going to have to be careful rejoining. So he does rejoin in P... Well, he's just lost out to English, so P13 now. So he needs to get back up to speed, and his tyres will be hot as anything right now. So let's just go up a little bit. Says there's a yellow flag. That is Samuel, who's not having a great time out there at the moment, but it's not over for him yet at all. Joe then right on the back of Can. English gets ahead of Uncanny Ant and moves into P9 as Job gets past Can as well and moves back into P13. Fuggish, the other Ferrari though, has lost it out of Ascari, and that is one of the Ferraris out in front of the Tifosi. He's not had a great time out there as Fuggish. Doing fine early on, early doors, but I think maybe that the speeding under virtual safety car penalty maybe ruined the race a bit for him. And Uncanny the Ant is round out of the first chicane. He's lost his wing. Samuel has to pit for damage, and Uncanny Ant will have to do the same the next lap. There's lots going on. It's hard to know who to move to at the moment. Let's go to English, who's right on the back of Grandad. Don't know if we got DRS yet. I don't think we have we? So this is going to have to just be done under power. Look at the Alpine outdoing the Mercedes for straight line speed up to Ascari. And Grandad runs wide, but that was completely clean from English, who moves into P7. Reaper picks up 3 seconds. A few penalties been picked up now. Gaza is right on the back of Dawn Fury at the front. I think that may be where we're going. We got Reaper on the back of Runner. admin battle going on there. Zico gets past Alex on the main straight. Heading to turn 1. That promotes him back to P4. And let's go then to Gaza, who is trying to push the Red Bull. So, a few laps in now from the last safety car, and hopefully they're starting to find their rhythms a little bit. Gaza definitely looks pacey, and he looks like he can do something about Dawn Fury. He should have DRS now. He has, so just needs to close the gap down here. As only Canny Ant has made his way back round to the pits. Should be able to get out in time so as not to get laps. Shouldn't be any issue there. So we still have everybody on the lead lap, which is nice to see. As Gaza follows Dawn Fury then into Parabolica, still has the second. He's now got his teammate on the back of him who was already pitted to go to the end of the race. Zico is absolutely flying. It's hard to look past him for a race winner as it stands right now. Gaza has a look to the inside, decides against it, didn't quite have the overspeed on the Red Bull, and slots back in behind. But just wonder for Gaza, does he want to let his teammate pass at this point? I mean, the fact is the top two have to pit. He doesn't really need to get out of Zico's way, but I don't know if Zico will be aware of the situation in the championship. If he was to get in front and Gaza does get into P2 at some point, would Zico know to slow down and give Gaza the place for the win or not? So there's the switch around. So Zico moves into P2, and with 10 lap younger mediums, he's going to really put the pressure on Dawn Fury now. As Top Gotcha makes a move on Reaper up into Ascari. So not a lot Haas can do about it, unfortunately. They just don't have the straight line speed. But look at this, he's got a little run back. Oh, Gaz has got ahead of Ghost Rider. Sorry, need to go to that one. So he's got that move done very early on the pit straight. As Dawn Fury... Oh, sorry, Dawn Fury pitted. That's what's confused me. Arc Reaper then, still trying to chase down Top Gotcha, see if he can get that place back. So it's very, very hard for a Haas with the horrible Ferrari engine in the car. And Ghost and Ghost Rider swap positions. So that is another teammate swap. So we now got McLaren, followed by McLaren, followed by AlphaTauri, followed by AlphaTauri, followed by Williams, by the way. Alex having a very nice debut so far in P5 after a disappointing qualifying for him. It's doing very well now. Still got this battle. Reaper looking to stay on the back of Top Gotcha. Oh, he's just fallen out the second. Top Gotcha's got DRS on Arc Runner. As we've got a yellow at sector 2, it looks like it's the other Ferrari of Can. He's already going again, so I think he's had a wobble on Lesmos again. Amazing. Ascari has caught a few out tonight, but I think Lesmos has caught more out so far. Dawn Fury out on his fresh softs makes his way past Job. So Gotcha is having a look at Runner, but it's way too far back on that occasion. Oh, he's taking a lot of curb on the exit of turn 2. And that is it to get back past. Oh, no, that Mercedes might overpower him by the time they get to the second chicane. And he has the inside as well, Top Gotcha. He backs out of it. That was a bit nice. Oh, and then he hits the back of Reaper. Oh dear. Nothing major there. I don't think it's caused any damage to the car, so just a little incident. English now up into P6, right on the back of the Williams, but in turn the Williams is on the back of the AlphaTauri of Ghost Rider, so we've got a freeway battle going on here, and this is all for P4. As Mario is out. We've lost Mario. It's Ascari. That's my fault. That is so my fault for saying Lesmos has taken more than Ascari has so far. And now you will see all the medium drivers pit in for softs. Now, slight problem for McLaren, because ideally they don't want a double stack here. I think Zico needs to stay out and let Gaza stop, take his normal stop, because they do not want to be double stacking at this point. I think Zico's got the pace on those mediums to still win this race. I don't think he needs to stop to softs. I think he's still going on win it regardless. I think he needs to stay out, let Gaza stop. And Gaza maybe looks a little bit like he's dropping back so as to stop. Maybe to avoid a double stack. He's got a little space behind him. Zico is just entering Parabolica now. They're pretty quick, about 2.8 seconds. He should be okay actually. So Zico is in. Gaza should be okay. He was about 3.2 behind Zico. So we'll watch this. There's Zico. Off come the one set of tyres. On go the other. Off he goes. Into the pits. Look at that from McLaren. Perfect pit stop. Brilliantly done from the McLaren garage. Means they hold on to P1 and P3. So Red Bull comes flying down these straights. That's Don Fury, who wants to get ahead of Gaza. I just wonder if that's going to tell him to give the place back. Doesn't look like it is. He's not slowing down, so it looks like he's got that move done in time. Oh, Gaza won't be over the moon about that. Nothing that can be done. If the game's not telling him to give it back, then he's done it fairly. Well, he's done what I'd have done, Don Fury. He stepped on it as fast as he could to try and get the place. If the game then tells you to give it back, you give it back. But okay, so the whole field, apart from Art Samuel, who's currently in P12, are on fresh softs to the end. It's going to be a flat-out race to the end now. Don Fury in P3 has been on the softs a couple of laps already, but that's not going to make a gigantic amount of difference. So, who's last at the moment? They're still running. Last is still running at the moment as Can. I hadn't realised we lost Uncanny Ant. Obviously, I know we lost Mario out of Ascari, which caused a safety car, but I don't know what happened to Uncanny Ant, unfortunately. We lost him too, so we're down to 14 now. So Can will be the last to catch. So the safety car's going through the start-finish line now. So it starts at another lap, meaning we're going to get going on lap 21. Did Samuel pit? No, he may regret that. He did pit there. Never mind. So then, in terms of championship, it's really Gaza that it's falling in the hands of at the moment. but Arc Runner is still doing well. He's P9 in the Alfa Romeo, and he's penalty free. The two drivers ahead of him both have penalties. Let's have a quick gander at the penalties. 3 seconds for Ghost Rider and Grandad, and Reaper has 6 seconds. So Arc Runner stays within the 3 seconds of the two ahead of him. He'll move up to 7th for at least. That wouldn't be too bad at all for his last drive in the Alfa Romeo. Actually, it would have been a pretty good time at Alfa Romeo for. I've just had a message saying Zika's in AI again, but I can't. I've gone to Ghost. He's not in AI at the moment, but may have been earlier on. What was the other one I wanted to go to? Just want to have a quick look at English before we get going again. He's not showing. Hard to tell there. He's not really showing any signs of lagging. Anyway, we are going again. Ghost looks like he's got a bit of a run on Zico here. Down into turn 1. Can he get enough speed up under the toe? He can't, so they will follow each other through turn 1 and 2. Dawn Fury, P3. Grandad moved up for a second there, but just dropped down now. Grandad, there's a yellow flag. I'm pretty sure that's Grandad. He's falling down the order. I don't particularly want to move at the moment, so stick with this. So that has promoted Arc Runner up into P8. Ghost Rider though up to P5 from that. So not ideal. Reaper has dropped down to P14. Is he okay? Seems to be okay. Ferrari next to him. A little battle. Let's go to English then. He's right on the back of the Williams again. But Alex, by the way, Alex F1 having, despite being one of the ones that crashed in qualifying, didn't really get to show us too much. But he was doing all right in qualifying before he crashed. In terms of where he was, but he's certainly having a very good debut race, which is great to see. Now we're getting to see him race side by side there with English, and he left plenty of room, which is great to see. It looks like we've got a good racer, I think. Yet another good racer for Arc, so which is lovely. It's all we all want is good racers to race with. I don't care if they're fast or slow or whatever. We just want good racers. But Alex looks like he's a very good racer, but also with a good bit of pace in him. I mean, he must have to have Williams up in 6th place. And Grandad is out. Oh, Grandad! What you done, Grandad? He's caused another safety car. That's what he's done. It's Lesmos 1 again. I think that's 4-3 to Lesmos at the moment over Ascari. So Lesmos winning the battle of the corners, and who can we call it the battle of the curbs. The battle of the evilest curb is going to Lesmos 1 at the moment. So unfortunately another safety car. I'm really surprised we've got a bit of a safety car laden race this evening. It's Tier 4 has not been like this at all throughout the whole season, to be honest. The race has been outstanding in Tier 4. I would probably say it's been the best tier in terms of racing. I did just notice that English left the session, so I'm just gonna nip onto him. See if I can get him back in. I I swear it does. He shows offline. I swear it doesn't help when people keep their status to offline. I really don't. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. Perhaps I'm reading into things, but it just does. Perhaps it's just coincidence. But there always seems to be drivers that are set to that have problems. Anyway, Gaza. Oh, has Gaza lost connection, or is he back now? Just lagged quite a bit. Oh dear. What's that one in? Is Gaza with us? He is. Don't know what that was then. That just lag. Let me just sit through the field a minute, see if we can see any people ghosting that may have lost connection. In English he's gone back solid, so hopefully he's back in already. Nope, looks like everybody's with us. So, this race is probably turning out now to be a bit harder for Zico than it was looking like it was going to be when he'd already pitted and was making his way back through the field. Just wonder if Ghost can get another run on him. He seemed to react very quickly last time. So, Job is the one at the back. He's already almost onto the back of it. They're just down at the first chicane now, so he'll probably be on the back of them before they reach the second chicane. Which means we will be going again lap 25. What's the good news about that? Well, no more safety cars can come out, so we cannot possibly have a fifth safety car. 4 will be all we have tonight, so which is probably more than the last 3 or 4 races combined. It's a shame. It's not turned out to be the great race I thought it was going to tonight, but these things happen, and hopefully Tier 1 and 2 Saturday can produce a bit more. Don't actually know what happened in Tier 3 last night, what the race was like last night. Not had a chance to watch it back or anything. There is the confirmation then from race control, safety car in this lap. So 3 laps remaining, a complete sprint to the end. No, everybody will be saying something, especially if they're on 2 warnings. Don't pick up another warning because it will hurt. Now, if you pick up 3 seconds, so the other thing here, the 2 McLarens, Zico and Gaza, P1 and P4 for the constructors, they're going to really close the gap on Arc Runner, and Job tonight is reserving, so the Arc Runner's team, there's a quick position swap then between 2 drivers, but they quickly sorted that out. Ghost then, does it look like he got as good a run this time, or he has got a run, he might have a little look. Red Bull behind him's having a little look. In the end, they all end up uniform through the first chicane. Now exit, and English drops to 10th. There's a Ferrari ghosting. What have we got ghosting Ferrari? Oh! And that's 2 out! We're not out, but that is English and Top Gotcha, who are off at the second chicane. Is it the second? No, it's on the long right-hand turn. After the first chicane. So, destroying their own races, and that looked like... that didn't look great from Top Gotcha, is all I'm going to say at this point. But let's get to a bit further up then, to the leaders. Back to... I think somebody's either rejoined or left. I've lost all my timings, so should start getting them as they cross the line. So Ghost is about a second behind Zico. Dawn Fury 1.3 behind, but Gaza is having a look now at the Red Bull of Dawn Fury. He moves to the inside into turn 1, but once he comes out of the slipstream there, just doesn't have the pace to make the move. He may well have made Dawn Fury use a lot of energy there, though. We'll have 1 lap of DRS at the end. So, what's happened to our runner? He's dropped to the back. English is now out as well. He's retired in the pits. Not happy to see these things happening at all. Well, here we go. That's cost that team points now. So, our main battle, without a doubt, is Gaz on the back of Dawn Fury. Arc Reaper's pretty close to the back of Joe, but Reaper has 6 seconds, so... Let's ride on board with Gaza then and see... Well, he looks like he's got a faster exit in a way. He turns the ERS on. He doesn't get DRS yet. I won't be activated till the next lap. And again, he moves out. And look, the Red Bull suddenly has the same speed. Oh, Dawn Fury. You've got to leave room. And then Ghost Riders hit Gaza. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Keep it going, Gaza, because you're still gaining valuable points for the championship, and it is valuable, so keep it going. Your only other championship rival still on track at the moment. Well, no, 2 actually. Reaper and Runner are still below you in the position, so you're still gaining major points. There was a double whammy there for Gaza. Wasn't really alongside Dawn Fury either. It was a bit of a tough one. It feels like this. Feels like the race has been marred a little bit towards the end, I'm afraid. Not happy with a few things that's gone on here, but in a way, Zico, nonetheless, will cross the line and win the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Ghost finishes P2, but it's demoted to P3 with Dawn Fury P2. Alex gets promoted to P4 ahead of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider did have a penalty. Gaza crosses the line. He's dropping places as well, and I'm not too sure why. I think we've got a bit of the old... timing glitches going on as people cross the line, so I'm going to have to re-look at it for sorting the positions out, but I'll read down, once the order comes up, I'll read down and try and put it in the order that I believe it is. The game gives the driver of the day to Ghost. That may be hard to argue. But Zico then is our winner of the Monza Grand Prix in Tier 4. As I said, not the race I was hoping for, but nonetheless, it's just been marred a bit at the end. But 4 safety cars, not a norm really for Italy, to be honest. Zico also picks up the fastest lap. So I'll say what I think the order is. I believe it's Zico winning, Dawn Fury P2, Ghost P2, Dawn Fury P3, Alex P4, Ghost Rider P5. I then think Gaza is P6, with Sam 7, Joe 8, Can 9, Runner 10, Reaper 11. I think that is the final order, but without watching it back, I'd have to watch it back and just make doubly sure. But we did seem to have some sort of glitches going on there at the end, timing-wise. So, unless Ghost did pick up 3 seconds before the end. But, yeah, I'll have to double-check that. But nonetheless, in a way, I think Driver of the Day does go to Ghost for his... Even if he finished 3rd, it's from 19th on the grid. But as I think he finished 2nd from 19th, so upset 17 places that would be. So he will be taking the Driver of the Day regardless. Let me just scroll all the way down next. I need it for doing the standings. a bit later in the week. So there we go. We have it all there, just in case the stewards need it. I will just do a scroll down the incidents as well. So there we go. There we have it. Okay, well, congratulations to Zico, Don Fury and Ghosts. We know that Zico won the race. I'm not sure which order Don Fury and Ghost were. I think Ghost was second, Don Fury third, but I'm not sure on that. Congratulations to those three for the podium. Quick shout out for Alex as well, who's taken a fantastic 4th place in the Williams from 13th on the grid, and really showed some outstanding racing at times as well. So congratulations to you two, buddy. Really impressive drive. Other than that, we'll leave the rest of it to be decided. As always, guys, thank you ever so much for everybody that's watched.